well. Hi. Hope you're well. Hope you're swell. Hope you're wavy. Hope you're gravy. Hope you're gravy. Gravy. By the way, I make music. I'm doing a song release. I'm doing the goals and drop a song until the end of the year. I drop 7 songs every Friday, 7 songs. So link in the description if you want to hear what I've been making. What I put out this past Friday. Link in the description would greatly greatly appreciate anyone who checks out. Anyone who checks out what I've got. You can go to my YouTube Shorts tab as well. If you want to hear clips of all my music, if you want to hear little clips, just go to my YouTube Shorts tab. Hear all the clips I make. So I really appreciate everyone who checks out my music. Let me know what you think in the comments. I just wanted to go in depth today about the concept of the spark in relationships, and the effort required to really make any relationship, or even outside of romance, like really work. But more so in romance. We know that once you're in a relationship, you get comfortable when time enough. Hold on. When enough time passes in your relationship, you get really settled and really comfortable. You don't try as much because you're in the relationship. I think people think that the effort that you put in, especially with a lot of guys, what I've noticed a lot of guys do when they want to get the girl, they go all out. They really make sure that they got the eye on the ball. They're really trying really hard, taking all these interesting places, being really nice and romantic and getting a nice gift and stuff. But then once they're in the relationship, all that just kind of gradually fizzles out, or almost all at once, just in some cases just like all at once. They're in the relationship, they don't have to try as much anymore. But it's like, I think the understanding people need to have is that the work increases, it doesn't decrease once they're in the relationship. Try harder. Life is going to be life. You're going to have all sorts of schedule conflicts. When you have children, the children are going to require so much of your time. So you're going to have to put in more of a conscious effort to sustain your relationship, to sustain the romance in the relationship. It's like a fire. It's like a little flame. And when you want a flame to keep burning, you have to keep feeding it. Keep providing it with oxygen and fuel. Otherwise, it'll just gradually die out. Or if there's a strong enough wind, so metaphorically that would mean pressures from life. If there's a strong enough wind, the flame gets snuffed and you end up with couples that are just really just together out of obligation, and sometimes even that is not enough. They end up breaking up or getting divorced. Like I personally know people who are in marriages but they're not happy. Like I know them. And you see how it happens, right? Like they're just kind of going with the motions. They're not working on themselves and they're not working on the relationship. And then they're kind of surprised when things aren't as exciting as they were when the relationship first started. So these things don't happen by accident, people. You have to really, really want it and really work for it like you would like with anything else. So many things, right? So with the dudes, like, gotta keep going on those dates. I like going out. I know it's a thing with a lot of guys, like they'd rather just be at home. But I actually don't mind going on dates. I've always enjoyed that aspect of things. I really like nice, cozy restaurants. I like in a restaurant, I like the booths. When you get a nice, comfy booth in a good restaurant, it's quiet. It's got nice lighting. Like it's not too bright, but it's kind of like that warm. Like it's kind of dimly lit, warm lighting. Very subtle music in the background. I like that. I've always liked that, and I think it's fun, and you can do that. You can have a routine where you can go out to eat, and then you can you can walk around and see things and whatnot. There's this it's kind of like a shopping center, but it's really nice and fancy. It's called what is it called? Melrose Arch here in Johannesburg, and it's got a bunch of restaurants, right? High end. Well, I wouldn't say high end, but you know, for the middle class, it's high end. For us middle class folks, it would be high end, and then your more standard restaurants, your burger joints. It's got a nice mix of different restaurants and stuff, and then it's got like these clothing stores, so your Gucci's and your Louis Vuittons and so on and so forth, and it's got all sorts of different shops and stores and so on. So it's a very popular place for couples to go on dates and stuff, because I think it has a comedy club as well. All sorts of things for people to do. So that's a thing you could do regularly. You could like go like every Friday, for example. You and your lady, you go out there, you dress up. You need an excuse to dress up, look good. Like a lot of couples, right? Like years can pass by where they never see each other like dressed like to impress. They're just used to seeing each other in like very casual clothing and stuff, and not really putting in effort into how they look. Years can go by with that being the case, and that's unfortunate, man. Uh-oh, some tissue got inside the keyboard. So look good for each other, like try, like actually try, keep trying. You need discipline, because people have discipline in other areas of life, but for some reason they think they don't need it in the relationship. But that's like one of the most important parts of your life. Of course you should have discipline. some reason they think they don't need to try in their relationships. When you're exercising, when you're building a business, when you're doing this, when you're doing that, like discipline. Even if you don't feel like it, you don't feel like going out that day. You know what I think about? Let's say like you're a man who's working, your wife is at home, she's taking care of the home, taking care of your kids. Whenever you come back from home, you're tired because it's been a long day at work. So-and-so has been bothering you at work, like you asked him to do this thing for you, he didn't do it, so now you have to do it, and then you're just frustrated, and this customer bailed on you at the last moment, all the stress, and your entire week has just been like that. In fact, the last couple of months have just been like that, and you're just tired, and you realize unintentionally you've been neglecting your wife, and she's lonely, and you haven't been sleeping with her, and you haven't really been talking to her, and you haven't been going out with her, and she's like, I'm really lonely. And I just feel like our relationship isn't what it used to be, and every day just feels like effort now. Every day just feels like a lot of work, and we're not as close as we used to be, we're not as intimate as we used to be. And every time I try get close to you, you're always like, I'm busy, I'm this and that. Like, so this is what you'll be saying to the husband, right? And I don't know what to do, because I just miss how close we used to be, and you seem to be fine with the way things are right now. And then you're like, what do you want me to do? I'm so big, like work is so stressful, and I'm doing this for y'all, like I'm putting food on the table, I'm breaking my back so that y'all can have food, and you don't have to worry about the money, as if money and all that sort of stuff is what they want, like that's all that matters. Like your kids don't want a father, your wife doesn't want a husband, they just want money. No, of course not like that. So in that situation, you have to be the sort of individual that can be like, this is life, it's difficult, and I value my family, I cherish my family, I cherish my wife. Even though I'm tired, when I get home, I'm getting dressed, and if you text her, when I get home, let's go with so-and-so, they should be so happy, should be, oh my God, it's been so long, finally going out, we're finally doing this, we're finally doing that, and then she's gonna be like, getting ready, getting excited, like, you know, like when, it's nice when you see girls, like, get excited for a guy, and they get really excited, and they're putting in so much effort into their appearance, because they're so, like, excited. It's beautiful to see. And you put in that effort every day, regardless of like the stresses and pressure of life, because you can make excuses all day long, and nothing gets done. Or you can just boss up and be like, you know what, this is what I signed up for when I got married. No one said it was going to be easy, but damn it, we're going to have a wonderful relationship, come hell or high water. That's a wonderful, it's a very noisy truck outside. That's a wonderful attitude to have, a wonderful perspective to have, man. Greater things have been done in far more strenuous circumstances, man. So, you know, you can be romantic with your wife despite the pressures of work. I'm telling you, people have done far greater things under a lot more pressure, when the stakes were a lot higher. You know what I'm talking about. So we just need to have that perspective, guys. Effort, like try your best. But your relationship should be the area in your life where you try your hardest. You know, I don't do this as much these days. But I used to get my mom like gifts, like perfume and this and that. Sometimes I'd write her little cards. It wasn't even a birthday. I'd do that just because it'll make her happy. I should start doing that more. It's just expensive. That's why I don't do it as much. But you know, you can do it in other ways. But it's little things like that, like surprising, like the art of surprise. Even that keeps things spontaneous and exciting. When you can surprise your girl with a gift or an outing. or a nice little note you leave before you leave the house or something. I don't know. Things like that. Little things, man. That effort you put in goes a long way. Let's actually Google interesting date ideas. No, Tingles wants my location. Damn, leave me alone. How do I say stop asking me? Because it's fucking asking me. Google. Okay, so I'm on goodhousekeeping.com. And it's 100 fun date ideas to really up the romance. These are things you should be thinking about even before you're in a relationship. But I guess this is also helpful if you're in a relationship and you're trying to the first one already, my heart is melting. It just sounds so fun. It sounds so romantic. So number one is restaurant hop. If you've got your favorite spots menu just about memorized, check out a few new places instead. Visit a food hall if you've got one nearby, or head to an area with a few different restaurants and try one place for appetizers, another for dinner, and a third for dessert. Oh, that sounds awesome. That sounds amazing. So you go to one place for appetizers, you go to one place for dinner, and you go to another place for dessert. Oof, that sounds like an amazing night. You could make a day out of stuff like that. Going to the... Let me close this tab. Going to different places, seeing all sorts of different things. I was watching a video where this couple was... what are they doing? They spent their day doing different activities, and then there's always food involved, and then they would have lunch at this place and whatnot, and then they'd maybe go to a museum, and then stop and get drinks, and then go to dinner, and then go to dessert. It was really nice. So I like that. I love food. I love restaurants with nice, like a nice setting, a nice environment. I always love that, a nice ambiance. It's always fun. So, hold on. Number two is play tourist in your hometown. When was the last time you took advantage of the things everyone asks to see when they visit? Probably the last time you had out-of-town guests. That's when. Take an afternoon or an evening and hit up your local landmarks. Must-see attractions like you're seeing them with fresh eyes. That's actually true. There are a lot of people, myself included, I guess, who will be in their hometown, in their city, whatever, and they haven't seen a lot of things the city's known for or has to offer. They're just kind of, that's for the tourists. It's like, you can actually go see them as well. And that would be, there's so many things you can do. Oh my God, bro. But people just don't do it. Like, they're just lazy. You just get so comfortable and we're good, right? Like a guy will be like to his girl, like, we're good, we don't need to do that, right? And you're like, yeah, you're right, you're saying that because both of you have like kind of settled. It's like someone who's like in a filthy room and you're just comfortable in it. Like you're just, yeah, it takes more work to keep it tidy. Consistently requires discipline, but you're better off for it. So you shouldn't have this attitude of like, we're good, right? Like, we don't need to do that. Like, our relationship is fine. It's like, no, like, it would be better if you just put in more. You'd be amazed how much better it gets when you just put in more effort. Number three is make a fun new recipe. Even if you're not much of a cook, trying out a new dish can result in lots of laughs. And when you're done, you get to eat the results. Yeah, that can be fun. Making food together. I'm decent at cooking, so I can see myself doing this. Go on a picnic, that's nice. If it's nice outside, there's nothing more romantic than picking up some alfresco food in your favorite beverages. What does alfresco mean? Alfresco meaning in the open air. That's what it means, alfresco, in the open air. Alfresco food. Isn't all food alfresco food then? I mean, what can't you eat in the open air. I guess some foods like require a lot of effort to eat, so you'd rather have like put it on a plate on a dinner table, fork and knife. But I mean, even if you have like rice and stew or something, you can put that in a lunchbox, but that's not picnic food. Rice and stew. Like just a lunchbox full of rice and stew and then you just eat them with spoons. So I guess al fresco is like finger food, sandwiches, stuff like that. Okay. So if it's nice outside, there's nothing more romantic than packing up some al fresco food and favorite beverages, spreading it on a blanket and enjoying the great outdoors. If the weather outside is frightful, move the party to your living room. Ooh. I had to close my windows because there's a bunch of noise. I think the general point being, it is put in effort. You can eat in your living room. You can have a picnic in your living room. Like, just try. Do something. There's always an excuse. You know people that just love making excuses, bro. Like, they're two different people. Like, people that just look for solutions and the people that are always identifying problems or not doing anything about the problems. Like, you just looking for a way out constantly. If I want to get something done, I'm going to try every possible thing to make it work. Like, exhaust every possible option before I can say, oh, there's no way to do this. I just don't believe in like just giving up. Like, try and try again and keep trying. Make it work. So take a hike is number 5. Something about exploring nature with you. Oh my god. There was this some guys out here using some machine was making a lot of noise. Number 5 was take a hike. Something about can you hear that? Lord, please let me record this video, please. So many interruptions. But he's kind of distant, so you can hear that, right? Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have much time. I'm just gonna have to like pause, read, because the noise is crazy outside. Something about exploring nature with your main squeeze really gets the heart going in other ways, if you know what we mean. The term main squeeze, what does that mean? Main squeeze. That implies that there's side squeezes. Don't have side squeezes. Have one squeeze. I know that that's not what they mean, but when rappers say main squeeze, they usually mean that they have some side girls. But the music don't do that. At some point it became like cool and okay to be a lying, cheating little rat. That's so dishonorable. When you make a promise to be exclusive to someone, like, keep the promise. It's like, it's terrible when cheating is horrendous. Anyway, hit the beach. Sun, sand, surf, and lots of skin. Come up with a better afternoon. We dare you. Yeah, I'm not a beach guy. But it can be fun. It's just so many people. But then again, I've been to the beach once in my life. And I was a kid, so maybe if I go back like on a date or something like that, it could be fun. We'll see. Go skiing, not beach weather. Hit the slopes instead. If you don't get hot cocoa afterward, it didn't count. I've never been skiing, so I guess, you never know. Play a board game. Board game with 2 people. I don't know. I guess it can be fun, but I don't know. Board game with 2 people, maybe. Drag out the classics or try a brand new one for a healthy dose of competition. Toss in a friendly wager to spice things up a little. Bro, my mind just goes to oh man, the things I'd be betting with. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, a board games with 2 people. Maybe it can work. Maybe throw a casino night. If what, gambling? We're talking about, if they call you Lady Luck, See if your partner can roll snake eyes and win your heart. That or play cards with that week's chore list on the line. That or play cards with that week's chore list on the line. Wait, so what? Just go to the casino and gamble? No, that's not for me. Number one, I'm not really good at card games. You have to learn all the rules and stuff, and also the money you're gonna lose. Gambling is just not. Eh. Build a campfire. My God, the noise outside, man. Build a campfire. Ignite the flames of passion in a smoky, approved way by gathering around a campfire in your backyard. If your municipality doesn't allow fires, huddle by the fireplace instead, or even make s'mores in the microwave. If your municipality doesn't allow fires, I'm sure you can get away with it, right? If you make a little small fire in your backyard. How are they gonna know? I mean, someone might see smoke or something, but come on, guys. It's like when you're barbecuing, they smoke like. Your neighbors have to be like the most annoying weasels to like report you for making a little fire in your backyard. But sometimes better safe than sorry, I guess. Sometimes just obey the rules. Just so you don't cause trouble. I guess campfire. A lot of these things are like new things that I've never done, and I guess it would be fun to try it out. Whoa, like if you just committed to like going through this list throughout the year, your relationship would benefit so much from that. Number 11 is have a spa night. Put up a drugstore for face masks, mani-pedi supplies, and massage oil for a DIY pampering sesh that will improve your bond and your skin. I like that. I don't think I'll ever go back. I've gotten a massage twice in my life. The first time I was a kid and I ran out because I was basically naked, and I was like, this is bitch. And there were other things in my mind as well that I just couldn't enjoy the massage. I just ran out while she was massaging. I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm leaving. It was very awkward. And then the second time, I liked it a bit too much, if you know what I mean. Like, I was basically naked, and it got a bit hectic down there, and I was like, can she see? Because I was like lying face up, and I had a cloth over it, but I wasn't sure if you could tell. And I was like, feels inappropriate. And I'm like, I'm never doing this again. It felt way too intimate, man. So I think I'd only accept a massage from like my girl, just because for me, I'm just like, it feels too intimate. It feels way too intimate. I guess I think I can do a back massage and like a shoulder massage. Yeah, I can do that. I hate when they touch my feet. I'm very ticklish. My feet are very ticklish. I can't do like a feet massage. But I think if you keep it like shoulders, back, my arms, my hands, we're good. But anything lower than that, you can get. I'd rather just not do it, just because another woman touching me, especially like if she's attractive or something. Not if I'm in a relationship, or in any other context, really. I like to reserve that type of intimacy for a marriage. So I don't know if it's wise, but I can see situations where a massage isn't anything more than just a massage, I guess. Maybe I can try one more time in the future just to see how I react. Take a day trip, that sounds nice. Hop in your car and see where a tank of gas can take you. Oof, that's nice. Especially like when you know what I've always loved about like these long road trips? When you stop by like gas stations, like nice gas stations that have like, when you stop by a gas station that has like a nice restaurant or a cafe or something, and you just sit down and eat before you get back on the road. That's always nice. So I like road trips. So hop in your car and see where a tank of gas can take you. Even checking out the next town over can feel like an adventure, true. Especially when you're doing it with your favorite person. Oof, that sounds amazing. You're in another town, you're exploring, seeing the sights, being tourists. Ooh. Then you like stay at a hotel overnight and then go back the next day. I don't know more people do stuff like this. I know there are couples that do these things, but like more people should do this. So many couples are just content with just being at home and go to work, come back, go to work. They stop sleeping with each other. They stop going on dates. They stop looking nice for each other. They don't do anything. They just work, home, and maybe they watch TV together or something like that. Then their kids take care of the kids. It's a very monotonous dynamic, and then they wonder why the relationship isn't fun anymore. It's like, what the fuck? Why do you think it's not fun anymore? There's so much you could do, man. It's not even expensive, a lot of this stuff. A road trip might be a bit expensive, but so many going on picnics, just exploring your own town, taking hikes, so on and so forth. Like so many things. Go grocery shopping together. Need it. Like there's another thing that you're going to do anyway that you can do with your partner. So you can go grocery shopping together. Knead eggs and bread. Turn a boring chore into a fun couple activity. Split your list in half and race to see who can finish it first, or just wander the aisles hand in hand. I don't know about racing around the store. You're gonna look a bit crazy, but you can wander the aisles and I guess. I've never tried. Yeah, no, I've never tried. I've been on dates where. Okay, so here's the thing, right? When I go to the cinema, I don't like getting my snacks from the cinema because the cinema snacks are like very limited. I like going to like a grocery store and picking snacks from there. So I've taken girls to the grocery store and we pick snacks together. So that does count as grocery shopping. And it can be fun. Like, what should you get? What do you like? What did? So I've kind of experienced it. So I guess that counts. Learn a new skill. You don't need to invest in a lot of fancy equipment to try something new. Give origami, drawing, or even card tricks a shot. You'll have a blast laughing over how bad you both are at first. This is what I'm talking about. And I've always like viewed like relationships as a friendship. As it's more than just romance. It's also like friendship. Like you need to be friends with each other and have fun together and have a genuine bond and be able to laugh and make memories with one another. Like it's beautiful. Like love is such a blessing, guys. It's such a wonderful thing, and we should cherish it and really try our best to enjoy each other's company. So many things you could like do painting classes, pottery, whatnot. Like just make memories. Number 15, play hide and seek. It's not just, I don't know about that one. Hide and seek with two people. Like I was just imagining a version of hide and seek that might not be PG, but I would play that one. Number 16, look through old photos. Pull out the albums and get ready for an awe fest. Share stories of your childhoods and your awkward teen years to learn something new about your sweetheart and grow to love them even more. I don't really have a photo album like that, to be honest. I got a few photos on my other, and this is also the Instagram age. But even then, like, I don't have a lot of photos of myself. Like digitally, I don't take a lot of photos of myself at least. Man, I should do more of that. It's important to take photos, people. Because when you're looking back at your life, you're gonna be like, what do I have to look back on? Number 17, go antique hunting. You'll be amazed what kinds of gems you can find at an antique store. Not to mention the creepy AF chokes you run into. It's spelled TCHOTCHKES. What the hell? What is that? A small object that is decorative rather than strictly functional. A trinket. Or a pretty girl or woman. How do you pronounce that?
Tchotchke.
The volume was way too high for that. I apologize. Tchotchke. Chochka.
Chochka.
Reduce the volume even more. Up a bit.
Chochka.
There we go.
Chochka. 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 Chochka.
Chochka. Chochka. We learn something new every day. Chochkas. So you can go antique hunting. Yeah. That can be really fun. That can be very fun. Going to a nice store. Just looking at antiques. Take a dance class. Even if you have 2 left feet, or especially if you have 2 left feet, taking a dance class can make a unique date. You'll be the talk of the dance floor at the next wedding party or party. At the next wedding or party when you bust a move. Number 19, volunteer together. That's nice. Sign up to serve at a soup kitchen, a clothing drive, or other local initiative. Let's make a difference in your community and see how hot your honey looks when helping others. Yeah, that's nice. You can serve at church as well. Church is a great place because they always have all sorts of initiatives you can get in on to serve in your community. Serve others at church as well. Visit the zoo or aquarium. Come on, even fish are cute. Show your sensitive side and squee over some new fuzzy or fin friends. Well, the zoo is also a fun time. What is that low rumbling noise I hear in the distance? Read to each other. Grab some steamy reading from your local library. Are they talking about, like, erotica? That's crazy. Oh, like, it's just like romance novels, I guess. It doesn't have to necessarily be erotic. Grab some steamy reading from your local library or used bookstore and take turns reading to each other. You'll be in the mood before you can say once upon a time. I see what they're saying here. Interesting. So if you read like romance novels to each other, you can get yourselves into the mood. I write, and I get into the mood when I'm writing. So I think I can verify that this is indeed true. If you, and actually I was reading something recently, and I was reading like a very sensual scene from some other book. I was just reading a book, and it does indeed have a powerful effect. So that'd be interesting to do as a couple. Arrange a scavenger hunt. Bonus points if you craft one that recreates your first date and features all of your special spots. That could be fun. Explore a museum. If you haven't been to your nearest museum since your class field trip, it's time to make a trip. Learning is sexy, don't you think? Yeah, that could be fun as well. Going to museums. Go out for dessert. I don't know about you, but I'm always too full to get dessert after a nice dinner. Skip right to the sweets and see what you've been missing. Or you can just have a light dinner, like you don't get anything too crazy, and then you go out for dessert afterwards. Yeah, that could be fun. Commandeer the jukebox at a party. Ensure you've got danceable tunes all night long by taking control of the jukebox at a local watering hole. Don't forget to sing along. I'm not really a bar person going to bars and stuff, but I guess, it depends. It depends. If you're going with like your partner, it depends on the bar, honestly. The reason why I don't like a lot of bars is the smell of smoke and how loud it can be sometimes. I'm not a fan. But yeah, you can always try. Try and see. Make a craft together. Creativity feels even more satisfying when you do a project with your sweetheart. Don't worry if you're not a pro artist. There's beauty in imperfection. Yeah, that sounds great. See a comedy show. Laughing gets endorphins flowing, and comedy often comes cheaper than other forms of live entertainment. Even really bad stand-up can be fun in its own way. Bad stand-up is not fun. I've been to comedy clubs. I don't know if I ever said this on this channel, but I actually tried stand-up comedy. I actually tried performing. I did like 5, 6 shows. They were all terrible. But then the comedy club I was practicing at closed down because they had an open mic night that I'd go to. And COVID closed it down. It closed down. COVID, man. I need to make a documentary of how the COVID policies did way, way more damage than COVID ever did. It's not even close. I hope YouTube doesn't strike me down for saying that. I still have an active strike on my channel. Not strike, but a warning. We'll see. I don't think I said anything crazy by saying that. But yeah. Go to an open house or estate sale. Even if you have zero plans to buy a home, looking inside someone else's is the best and least creepy kind of voyeurism. I guess. Tackle a home improvement project. If you've been meaning to hang some shelves or finally cleaning out your closet, enlist the help of your main squeeze. Doing it together will make the task go by faster. Yeah, I guess. Go berry or apple picking. Depending on the time of year, there's probably something edible growing out there. Pick apples, berries, pumpkins, whatever. It's a seasonal, insta-friendly outing that ends with yummy snacks. Yeah, that sounds pleasant. Hold a baking competition. Make like Paul Hollywood and challenge your boo to a baking contest. Once you're chowing down the spoils, everyone wins. I'm not a fan of baking, but I'll do it for the vibe, for the experience. Wander a new neighborhood. Drive or walk to a new locale and see what's around for a free, unique date. Pick out your favorite houses and make up tall tales about who lives inside, which is the one you want to live in. Go horseback riding. It's a better workout than you expect, not to mention an offbeat way to get a good dose of nature. Could be fun. Try rock climbing. Thanks to its newfound trendiness, many cities have at least one climbing gym. Don't belay. Chalk up those hands. Sorry, not sorry. Don't belay. Chalk up those hands. There was some joke there. There was some joke that I missed. Whatever. Take a cooking class. Level up your kitchen know-how and get to enjoy a delicious meal all in one. That could be fun. Try a new fancy coffee or tea. If you usually take it black or with just sugar or cream, branch out. Get up a local coffee shop and try the most offbeat offering they've got. Yeah, you could go to like a very nice cafe, like a very nice fancy cafe, and have like a day where you have tea and you have some cakes, whatever the case may be. Could be nice. Let me read a few more. Fly a kite. This is one instance in which go fly a kite isn't an insult. Really, try it. I don't think I've ever flown a kite before. I don't think I have. Stay in a bed and breakfast. I like this. Whether you go old school or rent an Airbnb for the night, bed and breakfast feel like sneaking into someone else's house, except you're totally allowed to be there. Whenever I think about staying like in an accommodations like bed and breakfast hotel, my mind just immediately goes to like to sex. To be honest. So I approve. Go to a water park. Make like a kid again and splish splash to your heart's content. Water slides really are worth the hype. I'm not a fan of water. Like drinking and bathing, cool. And cooking, but when you start playing in the water, I'm like, this is unnecessary. Like I haven't swam in a long time. I don't really have any interest in swimming. It's just like, why? Like, we're land creatures. Why are we doing all this? And I mean, I guess it could be fun. I'll try it. I'm down to try most things. Especially if it makes the other person happy. You can just, indulge them. Play trivia at a bar. Look, I don't know anything about anything, and I love trivia. We will too. I'm not a fan of bars, but play trivia at a bar. I watched, there was a show I watched where was it New Girl? I think it was New Girl with Zoe Deschanel. And what's her name, right? What's that girl's name? Yeah, Zoe Deschanel. Yeah, they're at a bar playing trivia. I guess it could be fun. Go to a farmer's market, supporting local merchants, eating delicious healthy foods, and enjoying a stroll in the sunshine. Yup, that's definitely date material. Yeah. So many, like that's 41. I just gave you 41 date ideas. Don't say I never did nothing for you. I've done a lot for you, okay? I just gave you 41 date ideas. Some of them were so inexpensive. One of them was literally clean out your closet with your partner. Like, come on. The other one was go grocery shopping. You're gonna go grocery shopping anyway. You might as well go with your partner. So many things you could do, man. So many. That was goodhousekeeping.com. What's the name of the article? I'll link it in the description. Just so you can also access these ideas. 100 fun date ideas to really up the romance. I will link it in the description and then you can check it out. Anyway, you don't have to pray at the end of our videos, just to impart peace and blessings. By the way, we learned a new word today. Chochka. Chochka. You want to hear the word again? Chochka.
Chochka.
Who would have thunk it, man? Where does that word originate from? Origins Yiddish, 1960s. Yiddish. That's the language the Jews speak, right? Yiddish. Language used by Jewish people in Central and Eastern Europe before the Holocaust. It was originally a German dialect with words from Hebrew and then it gets cut off. Okay, so Yiddish, chochka. It's a Yiddish word anyway. Dear God, thank you for this individual watching this right now. Thank you for making them whole, unique, and guiding them on a path towards peace, prosperity, and purpose. Thank you for blessing this individual with wonderful people who love them and take care of them and bring the best out of them. And thank you for maintaining the ones that are there to do the same thing. Thank you for blessing this person with a spirit of gratitude so they can give thanks for all the wonderful things in life. And by giving thanks, they can find peace and contentment and attract even more blessings. Let your presence be felt in this person's life so they know that you're God, that you love them, and that you're always going to be there for them. Good health, long life, happiness over this person, everyone they care about. In your mighty name, I pray. In Jesus' name, I pray. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen, 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 amen.